Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into AI agent architectures. Now that sounds complicated, but really it's just about the hidden blueprints that tell an AI how to see the world, make a choice, and then act on it. We're going to pull back the curtain and demystify how different AIs actually think.
Think about it. Ever wonder why your email spam filter feels so simple, but your GPS navigation app seems, well, kind of brilliant? It all comes down to their design, their architecture. One just makes a quick, simple call, while the other feels like it's thinking ahead, weighing all the options. That huge gap between a simple reflex and a smart strategy, that's what we're going to break down today.
The best way to wrap your head around all this is to picture a ladder of complexity. We're going to start on the very first rung with the most basic, most reactive kind of AI and climb our way up, one step at a time, to some pretty sophisticated ways of thinking.
Okay, before we go any further, let's just nail down this one key idea. When we talk about an AI agent's architecture, we're really just talking about its internal blueprint. It's the fundamental design that tells it how to process information and ultimately what to do next. Simple as that. All right, here we go. Our very first step up that ladder is the simple reflex agent. You should think of this as the absolute ground floor of AI behavior. It's the most basic building block you can have.
The entire logic of these agents, their whole world, can be boiled down to just one little phrase. If this happens, then I do that. They work based on a pre-programmed rule that triggers a direct response. There's no memory, no planning. It's just pure, simple reaction.
It's like a really simple two-step dance. Step 1, the agent sees something. Step 2, it follows a rule it was given. Your email filter sees a banned word in an email, and boom, it moves it to the spam folder. That's it. Now, it's super fast and efficient, but it has one huge, fatal flaw. Absolutely zero memory of what's happened before.
And that lack of memory, that's a massive limitation. So, how do you make an AI smarter? Well, you give it a past. Climbing to the next rung on our ladder is all about giving the AI the power to remember.
And this is the key upgrade. We're now talking about a model-based reflex agent. This type of AI doesn't just see what's happening this very second, it actually keeps an internal model of the world around it, basically a memory of what's already happened.
So, how does that work in practice? The agent keeps this running internal model of its environment, and this is so important for dealing with things it can't see right now. A perfect example is a chatbot that remembers you've already logged in. It doesn't keep asking for your password because it's aware of the state of your conversation.
So here's the difference in a nutshell. A simple reflex agent is totally stuck in the present moment. It can't see beyond what's happening right now. But the model-based agent, it has an internal memory, so it can understand context and history. That one upgrade, adding memory, it changes everything.
Okay, so now our AI can react, but with memory. That's great, but it's still just reacting. The next evolution is a really huge leap. We're moving beyond simple reactions and into the world of proactive, goal-oriented planning.
Welcome to the next level, goal-based agents. With this kind of design, we're not just giving the AI a memory anymore. We're giving it ambition. For the very first time, we're introducing the idea of a goal into its thinking process.
A goal-based agent has a whole new philosophy. It thinks, I act to achieve something. It's not just reacting to what's happening, it's actually thinking about the future, asking itself, okay, out of all my options, which one gets me closer to where I want to be?
This makes these agents way more flexible. If one path to the goal gets blocked, they can actually adapt their strategy and find another way. You see this with the travel planner AI. It isn't just reacting to a traffic jam. It's actively looking at all the alternate routes, all with that one single goal: get you to your destination.
But that brings up a really interesting question, right? What if there's more than one good way to get to the goal? Maybe one route is faster, but another one is more scenic. How does an AI choose the best path? For that, we need to climb one more rung to the utility-based agent.
This is where the AI levels up from just finding a good path to finding the best path. Utility-based agents are all about optimization.
They don't just ask, will this work? They ask, what's the most desirable outcome for me? They're designed to find the most useful, the most valuable solution.
And here's how they do it. First, they look at all the possible outcomes. Second, they give each of those outcomes a utility score, like a happiness score. And third, they just pick the action that leads to the highest score. A pricing bot is a great example. It's not going to pick just any price. It's looking for that sweet spot that maximizes profit while still staying competitive. It's a real trade-off artist.
Okay, we've gone from reacting to remembering to planning and then to optimizing. So what could possibly be left? Well, the final rung on our ladder is the most powerful of all. An agent that can actually improve itself. An agent that learns on the job.
Learning agents are really the peak because they evolve. This isn't just a new type of agent, it's like a whole new layer of intelligence. It looks at its own performance, learns from what worked and what didn't, and actually rewrites its own rules over time. Think about a customer service AI. It can track which of its email responses lead to the best customer satisfaction scores, and then use that feedback to get better and better at its job. It becomes more helpful with every single interaction.
So there you have it. We've climbed the entire ladder, from the simplest of reactions all the way to complex learning. Let's take a quick look back from the top and see how that whole journey fits together.
This chart really lays out the whole evolution perfectly. You can see the pattern, right? We start on the first row with nothing. No memory, no goals, no adaptability. Then we add memory. With that in place, we can add goal awareness. And once the AI has goals, adaptability becomes possible, growing more and more sophisticated until we hit that highly adaptable learning agent at the top. Each step builds right on top of the last one.
So let's lock in these core ideas one last time. Simple reflex, that's instant reaction. Model-based, that's reaction with memory. Goal-based, it acts to reach a target. Utility-based, it optimizes for the best target. And finally, learning, it just keeps improving over time. It's a journey from reflex to reflection to evolution.
And all of this leaves us with a really important question for the future. As all these different AI minds get more powerful and weave themselves into our daily lives, we're the ones who have to decide which of these designs, which of these ways of thinking will we choose to trust with our most important decisions. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.